PHA.
Damn! Yeah. I'm like, what?
But I have two of the artists that performed that weekend. I got to know how they feel. I got to know how, was it a high or something like that? Like, what type of vibe was it? So first up, Mr. Mike P. What's up, man? What's the
Yes.
word, man?
Black, I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm just missing out, a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I like to be there for the surprises and like to be there for the battles, and I couldn't make it this
Right.
time.
Right. And the craziest part about it is I was actually preparing to go, before I even knew I was taking part in it.
Mhm.
So I feel you. It was one of those things where I felt like I couldn't, not attend. I had to find my, the best way I possibly could to get there. And then, turned out being the best way you could possibly do. And that's actually taking part in it.
Now, for a lot, I heard for a lot of battles, like I heard for Diz versus Hollohan, they had about 10 days, 2 weeks prep. Was it the same for you?
No, I would say
That time?
I would say I'd probably say like a full month. Yeah, I would
Okay.
say I had a full month to prepare. Maybe a little more. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember the specific date, but no, I had a ample time to prep and get ready and put on a show.
No, I'd say that to say like it's just as a fan, what y'all do in the sport. If you ought to be able to pull up for Pat Stay the way y'all did, it's short time, whether it's a month, whether it's 2 weeks, it was an honor just watching y'all low key, man. The entire event through, and well, if I'm not mistaken, everybody did for free in support of him. So that's just. I kind of don't really want to. I want to do a video just appreciating you're not really doing a recap of who won and lost. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you had to battle Matt Flex.
Hui, yes. Dangerous, dude.
Before we
Holy
get into the
shit.
actual battle of Matt Flex,
Right.
talk to me about doing this battle for Pat Stay.
I mean, it was incredible, man. I mean, from a competitive aspect, it was very different given the circumstances as to why we were here. So I felt the need, almost like a combination of that and it being my debut on King of the Dot. There wasn't really like a feeling of like taking your foot on and off the gas pedal as much as it was kind of like doubling down on some of my bread and butter rhyme patterns and then kind of introducing more humor and stuff, like wanting to win the battle, but then also making sure that I'm paying homage to Pat and I'm respecting the event. You know what I'm saying? Kind of reading the room material wise, toning down on the violence and kind of making it more of like a talent show and getting that flex. So it was incredible. It was a very surreal experience that I don't think, I know I will never forget. And I don't think it really hasn't truly hit me yet. I think it's going to take a while before I could step back and realize, what it was. I still haven't even registered the people that were on that card. You know what I mean? Like the fact that I shared a card with, I could ring off 12 people, 14 people right now that I've been watching since 2006, 2007, since I was in 11th grade. Stepping into the hotel and the first person I see is dumbfounded. I did that whisper shit. You see somebody in front of you and go, oh, I think that's that guy. That's that guy. I was like, oh my God. I looked at my fiance. I was like, that's dumbfounded. Oh my God. And to think, I was, sharing that weekend and that experience with so many of these guys, man, it was beautiful.
Hold on, stay online. I want to have a group conversation here. So
right,
this brother was in a 2-on-2, and like this is one of everybody's favorite battles, right? Obviously 2-on-2, like an all-star game, but they was throwing shots, and this brother can rap. Yeah, me. Mr. Real Sick, what's up, man?
Mike P's evil twin. What's good? you got Jekyll and Hyde on the call, bro. Yeah, what's good, bro? What's good?
Not much. Just trying to see how you feel after this event, man. This just went down. What's your thoughts, man?
Yo, this event had like the best energy, you know what I mean? Like for any event, just because like, man, the fans, the rappers, the hosts, you know what I mean? Like everybody that was there was just there because, you know what I mean, out of the love for Pat Stay, you know what I mean? So the energy in there was just crazy. And
Yeah.
especially like with my battle, like right before we started rapping, Smack and Organic came out together on
Oh my
stage.
God.
You know what I mean? So like that shit lit everything up. And then uh Pat's girl Melissa just gave like something to Organic as a
I
present.
think it
She
was the
got
chain. I think it
standing,
was the
yeah,
It was
the
his
champion
chain.
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 The
Yeah.
champion
Yeah,
chain.
yeah. Like all of that shit was happening right before we're going on. And then, you know, and then to light the room up the way that we did, it was just, it was a, yeah, it was definitely an incredible experience. And I'm happy we got it off because me and Lou didn't really get to lock in until ironically Pat's birthday, which was a week
Mm.
before the event. And in like 3 hours, we got all that shit down. You know,
That's
I
dope.
already had
3 hours.
an idea. I already had an idea for what I wanted to do in the third round. You know what I mean? Pay tribute to Pat and do the kind of shit that he would always compliment me for or give me advice on and all of that. You know what I mean? While paying tribute to him. You know what I mean? And yeah, bro, that whole weekend was crazy. It's like Mike said, yeah, you know, when you're on URL, you know what I mean, and you're seeing all the people that you watched growing up, you know what I mean,
Mm.
after you're there for a while, they become your peers, you know what I mean?
Right,
But like
right.
getting in there and seeing Ilmac and Dumbfounded and Thesaurus and Jen, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like all these
God, dude.
That
disaster,
man
like
was going
all
for 20 years, bro.
bro,
For real.
seeing that
What?
other
Quite
side of battle
literally.
rap.
Yo, he's the reason the streams crashed, bro. I'm gonna say it. Like
Give me one second.
he's the reason, man. He's the reason. Like I lied
Yes.
to you not, bro. If you sync what was going on at the time, I was trying to watch both at the same time, and it's like when Jin popped up, Ilmac
Mm,
came first, and then Jin popped up. It's like, oh shit, shit is
bro.
down.
Yeah.
You pop out of 20 years.
20 years, man. And you
That
know
brother
what the
was
craziest
going.
part is, man? There's so many people that
Yeah,
just did not miss a beat. Nobody missed a beat, bro. It was
everybody
if they
was
had
on
been
10, man.
it was if they had been active like 4 to 5 times a year for the last like
Yeah.
everybody was on one. It was crazy.
Let me ask you about the first two rounds, real sick. First of all, Luke
What's
Castro
up?
said he was so happy with the event. He's gonna put up the champion, I believe, whether it's Friday or next week. He's like, I got to come to champion and talk about this. So I guess the experience was
Hey,
surreal.
let me know when that is, and you know, I'm right
Oh,
over here in Jersey. Maybe I'll come down with him.
I'll
You know
say
what I mean?
less.
Let
So
me
that
know.
we'll make that
Yeah,
happen.
cool.
Nice.
But the first and the second, I wasn't playing no games. Clips say, yo, this is supposed to be an exhibition. What the fuck are you doing? Chill. You gotta tell it, like, chill out. Like,
Dude,
what are you doing?
Jesus.
Man,
Why was it
Pat.
like that in the first and the second for y'all? What's going
Why
on?
was it like
Pat
that?
wouldn't
Why
want.
That's what
why
Clip
did you do
said.
why did
Clip's
you
like, yo,
do
y'all
that?
bugging. Y'all
Basically,
doing
that's
too
what the
much.
question was.
No, but this is the thing. Look, first of all, this is my first time being in a 2-on-2 with somebody that has like a different skill set than me. You know what I mean? Because like when I was me and B Dot, what we had on paper was fire, but we kind of rap very similar. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like a
Right.
similar energy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
With Castro, it was dope because we could like, you know, he could say some funny shit and then I come with some crazy rhyme pattern after that or something. And then, you know, he does some funny shit or some performance shit, and then I'll say a crazy bar right after it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it just like I said, bro, we had literally 3 hours we did that. I was away, I was out of the country the whole month of February. So we couldn't even like lock in the way we wanted to. But like the thing in the back of our minds, maybe it was like I believe in energy and shit a lot. It was on Pat's birthday the week before when
Mm.
we were coming up with this shit. So maybe, you know, that we tapped into that a bit. But it was more so like Pat wouldn't want people to be taking it easy up there. You know what I mean? Like
Right, right.
Right.
he I said this in the interview, like he would probably call this event like gay forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like he'd be like, you guys think you can rap? You know what I mean? Like
Right,
he
right.
he wouldn't want us to be taking it easy, you know what I mean? So like yeah, and all of that was just the shit that was weighing on my mind. And then on top of that, you know, a slight part of us was like, this is gonna be our first YouTube drop. So
Mm.
let's let's make sure we battle the two people in like the top five of the most viewed battle rappers
Mm.
ever
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something. So,
Yeah,
Right.
but yeah,
the
it
shit
was
went.
it was more so to just put on a show. You know what I mean? Like everybody's coming there for to pay tribute to Pat. We didn't want anybody to be disappointed. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that was the main thing.
Yeah.
Let's go back to you for a second, Mike P. And he kind of already answered that. How did it feel for you to see Smack and Organic, you know what I'm saying, in a building together on that stage? Like the last time that happened, Charlie Clips and Conceited was battling. Like, so
You know, it was incredible, and you know, like obviously given the circumstances they came together, but like, you know, it seemed harmless too. You know what I mean? Like seeing like URL and King of the Dot come together and throw an event and see how competitive it was and how fire it was, and yeah, I mean, it was dope. It was really like it was either Diz and Hollohan being announced or Smack walking out to dap it up with Organic. That was one of the biggest moments of the entire weekend. I mean, the sounds coming from the venue when Smack walked out was unmatched. So yeah, I mean, it was beautiful to
Yeah.
see that. It's beautiful to see that.
Also, fire that Smack and Bees they stayed the whole weekend. You
They
know what I mean?
stayed the
saw
whole
both
week.
events,
Yeah,
that's a fact.
and
They was on
right. The
stage
fact they
days.
pulled up to day 2 and all that shit, like
they were really, you know, the energy they had was the same as like, you know, anything for Pat. You know what I mean? So
right.
yeah, it was just dope seeing like, and also just thinking of the possibilities of if Smack and Organic ever, you know, just teamed up and did a couple events together and shit like that.
That was
Like,
my next question. Go ahead, though. Go
like
ahead. Yeah, hey, I was
Yeah.
gonna get into
like
that
that
bag. Like,
that would be crazy. That's what Mike P and Flex felt like. Like we're standing on there. I wasn't standing on Flex's side, Mike, by the way. I got pushed to that side of the stage.
Yeah,
rematch.
You know what
yeah,
I
Let's
mean?
yeah,
go.
yeah,
This is
Like
yeah,
the
yeah. All
face-off.
I
Mike
right.
didn't I
P
didn't
versus
Listen.
Real
I
Six, the
wasn't trying to
rematch. He was
stand.
giving
No,
them
I
the
don't want to
moment.
go.
I
I don't want
get
to go
it, bro.
through. Listen, I want to go through the
Yeah.
Sick battle. We already locked in. We got a battle of the year already, man. We don't got
Come
to do
on,
that
man.
Yeah,
again, bro.
no
We
more,
don't
no
got to do
more.
it again. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it goes back to what I was saying. Harmless, man. Like harmless. It's nothing but something beautiful to see. There's
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
else. There's no other way that you could ever look at something like that. You know, if they did that once a year, you know, on some shit like that, on some Olympic type shit. Like there's no,
That's what I was saying
it's
Yeah,
when
that
still
was
I'm on
fire.
fire.
stage.
It's competition. You get both worlds, man. Both worlds together. Who the
It was
like
amazing.
where's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was wild, dude. It was absolutely wild. But harmless, man.
I say at
yeah, for
least.
sure.
I understand every year is probably gonna be a situation, but I think once every 2 years at least, like when you said Olympics type shit, like they
Right.
can.
Yeah,
I know this is a Pat Stay. I
Yeah.
appreciate that, and I love that it's a Pat Stay. But it's like opening a Pandora's box, and it's like, yo, might want this again. We might
Right.
want
yeah.
like Organic versus Smack, like his 5 and his 5. Like that's low key. It'll be fire.
Raw,
Right.
yeah, SmackDown versus Raw type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Facts.
that's always, you know, as battle rap fans, you just want to see everybody battle everybody. You know what I mean? But then when you get into the business of it, you kind of understand why, you know, there's brands and all of that kind of shit into it.
Of
But
course.
that's why it was so dope to see everybody just put that shit to the side. Like, what
Right.
other card is gonna have all of these people on it? The weekend gonna have these kind of battles on it.
Exactly.
It was really amazing to witness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, bro. I wish I hope this gets as much publicity as it needs to get because this event was an amazing thing for battle rap.
Mm.
I mean that's why we're here. And again, so
Yeah,
if this video drops on YouTube, hit the like button because whatever I make on this video is going to either pay-per-views or directly to Pat Stay's GoFundMe. So
Fire.
support.
Fire.
You know
And
what I'm
that's dude,
saying?
that's the
yeah,
first thing I did when I came home. I bought the pay-per-view. I
Yeah.
didn't give a shit if I was on
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Got home, copped the
Yeah.
pay-per-view,
No,
support. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like that's just what it
because
is, bro. $250,000.
the
yeah,
money was on the
Quarter million
screen.
dollars.
That made me
yep,
Yeah.
want to buy. Like you get to see like where the money is going. It's like they're showing you, oh, it's at 150, it's at 100,000. So it's like it's going up and
yeah,
up and up. So it's like, why not support this?
Right. Right.
for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
it was great. Yo, and you know what, dude, Sick. I want to publicly thank Sick because Sick is really the reason why I was on that card in the first place, dude. I'd have came as a fan if it wasn't for Sick. I
Mm.
went live like a month before the event, and I was online talking about how I was gonna see it, and him and Nino Bless. Shout out to Nino Bless, gem
Shout out
of
to Nino
Shout out to
Bless.
Nino.
absolute gem. Was talking and Sig brought my name up. If it wasn't for Sig, if it wasn't for you, dude, I wouldn't have even been on the card. So I want to publicly thank you for getting that connection and hooking it up for me.
Of Yeah, of course, bro. Anytime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were just So yeah, I was kind of like, I didn't organize shit in this event. That all goes to
Right, right,
like
right.
Nino, Organic, like all of them went crazy with all of this shit. You know what I mean? But
Mm.
Nino is like my right hand man. You know what I mean? I met Pat through Nino. Nino, for people that
Mm.
don't know, Nino Bless, along with being a fucking alien with the pen,
Mm.
he's like the battle rap whisperer. Like all the
Yeah,
battle
yeah.
rappers, the highest. Pat did it. Hollow, like all these guys, they talk to Nino. You know what I mean? Like he's one of them. You know what I mean? So and he's been supporting my career since for like 3 years now. There's a lot of decisions I made in my career that like the biggest ones that he was a part of helping me make and stuff like. So I'm super cool with Nino. So while we were talking about the event and the possible matches and all of this shit, we were just going through people that Pat was cool with or had any kind of relationship with Pat or friendship with Pat, whatever, and going through matches. So then when they were thinking of matches for Madflex, we just started Mike, and I was like, "Yo, Mike and Madflex would be kind of fucking crazy." I was like, "I got Mike's
Right.
number. Let me hit him up. Let me see what's up." You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I mean,
Eminem.
that it was a call away. You know what I mean? That's it.
Right,
But
right.
like,
Turned out to be
yeah,
one of the craziest battles I've ever been in too. That shit was so
yeah,
fire.
highlights of the weekend
Crazy.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They got the video first. I got the VOD trailer on YouTube right now. You know what I'm saying? Some of the video done. Check it out and buy the pay-per-view for Pat's Day. But let me ask this again. I feel like either Sick answer this or Mike answer. So let's double back to it real fast. Your favorite battle of day 1 and day 2. What was that for y'all?
Sheesh.
Oof, man.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah,
take the floor, Sick. You first.
It's on you. You go
I'll
first. Flip the
sit
coin.
back on this
I
one.
Flip
gotta
the
pick
coin.
one. I gotta pick one.
If you
Mhm.
had to. If I had a battle rack to your head, gun to your head, like what you doing? Yeah, pick one. Preference though, preference. Ain't I mean, and
Besides the 2-on-2.
you
No,
was
I'm
in a
kidding.
2-on-2. You can't pick yourself. Don't do
Yeah, I
that.
know, I know. I'm joking. I'm joking. Yo, Diz and Hollohan was probably either
Yep.
that or Hollow and Sharon, because like Jin and Ilmat came out at the
Came
end of
through in
it.
the third round.
Like,
Yep.
yeah, that was crazy too. Both of those because they both had surprises in it. So one
Yeah.
of those, but I'm kind of leaning towards Diz and Hollohan only because nobody knew that was going on, and they both were super close to Pat. And that's one of them
Mhm.
battles that, you know, if you watch, growing up, I watched everything like URL, Don't
Facts.
Flop, King
Mhm.
of the Dot,
Facts.
everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was always one of the matches that they were like, we got to see,
Right, right.
and Pat and Diz happened, but Hollohan and Diz never happened. And so to see that happen all these years later, you know, like they look nothing like they used to look like, you know what I mean?
Right,
But
Facts.
right,
but they're
right, right.
still
They got the
standing there in
dad
front of
bods
each
and
other.
stuff like
Yeah,
Yeah,
John
yeah,
yeah,
Holland.
yeah.
yeah,
Hollihan look like a whole Viking now, bro.
Yeah.
Hell
Like that
yeah.
shit was,
Harley
yeah,
Like all
Davidson
it's just always
Viking.
this bit all the way down here. Like damn.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That that
That was my
moment that
favorite.
moment was crazy and it was dope because I always heard about Diz's performance live,
Hooey.
and I got to see it live this time. It was great. And Hollihan matched it. He was right there with him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, that battle was that's probably highlighted day one, and then day two. Shit, I don't know. Mike
Can't
and
put my finger
Flex
on it, you
probably.
know?
Yeah. It
Oh,
was
what? What?
it
Oh,
was
dude,
definitely it
salute,
was it
bro.
was definitely Mike and Flex, man. Come on. Frack had
I mean,
performance
Frack
of the
at
day.
Frey
dude.
Frack and
Yeah.
Soul
Yeah.
Cod.
Yeah. Frack
Frack
was
is
That's the
Frack.
battle
dangerous,
I will
bro.
call. Like
Bro,
Right, right, right,
that
right, right.
damn.
that
That
battle,
was
that battle, and shout out to SoCon because like he talked about this after like he was going there was something he was dealing with, you know what I mean? But
right.
he still came out and did what he had to do, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
Frack was just on another level. And I just found out Frack said that was his first like battle on the stage. And I was
That
like,
is
word?
insane.
Like that's
Mm.
Yeah, he's done a
crazy
lot
because
of
like
pit. Yeah, he's done a lot of pit
yeah, yeah,
shit,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's insane.
Frack
And
is crazy, dog. Frack is
bro,
crazy.
I told him personally, like, yo, you could talk about this if you want. I will never fucking battle you ever.
Yo, me, yo,
Never, ever
me and
enjoy
Lou
your
kept saying
career.
that.
I am never fucking going near Frack, dude. Holy
Right
shot
when
the
I got
Frack.
off stage, right when I got off stage, I saw Lou, and we both like looked at each other almost at the same time. We're like, I'm never battling Frank.
Yeah, bro. I feel like a lot of
that
people
dude
felt
is
that way, where
crazy.
it's like, oh wow, that could happen to me. I don't want that to
Yeah,
happen to me. Yeah, Frack for sure was one of my favorite
performance.
performances, and I
And
agree with you.
Thesaurus and Kid Twist
Although,
was crazy too.
oh,
My
that was
bad. Yeah.
incredible
The
too.
compliment battle, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Turned
100%.
Half,
into a
half
compliment
and half.
battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
No,
right.
to double back to Disaster versus Hollohan, shout out to Hollohan because he had the vest on that Pat Stay World versus K Shine, so that
Yep.
even that
Yep.
alone is like, whoa. And then Disaster, he's literally rapping on 1 foot, hopping. I'm here, I'm gonna show
Yeah,
up a Pat. Like it
yeah.
made the battle
yeah,
even better. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
if you look at that battle, like personally, for what it did for me personally before it happened, what it did personally for me when it happened, and what it did after it happened, like there were so many incredible moments before, during, and after that battle. That battle is one of the most classic like things I've ever seen, man. And for Hollow, he had like a little choppy in the beginning, but the latter half, like the last 4 minutes, he went on a run that was like didn't miss a beat. You would think that he's been doing this, forever and never
yeah,
stopped.
yeah.
And
he had 10 days. From getting
10
to had 10
days, dude.
days.
Yeah,
And the emotional, Hollohan getting emotional at the end of his round,
Yeah.
Diz getting
yeah,
emotional after the battle, just talking about it, them hugging it out, like
Oh my God.
just one
yeah.
of the most incredible things I've ever sat and watched.
For sure, yeah.
So Mike, now you gotta pick. I mean, we said all that, but you gotta pick for day 1 and day 2.
Hollohan and Diz day one.
Okay.
100%. And for day 2, Frack Hoffel for sure, Fraccavelli 100%. But I
Black
really liked
History Month.
I thought XQZ was incredible. XQZ had a great performance.
That's the only battle I
First
didn't see.
Pathogenic. Yeah, he battled Pathogenic. Pathogenic went in as well. XQZ was on fire though. He had a great performance. And I would have to pick that for my Thesaurus Kid Twist. Thesaurus Kid Twist for my favorite battle, and then Frack and XQZ, one of my favorite performances from day 2.
Yeah, like they somebody, I don't know who posted it, but Thesaurus and Kid Twist, they showed a battle from them in the WRCs from 2007, 2008, and to fast forward to 2023. What?
Right,
Crazy.
right,
That
right.
image itself is crazy. But
Yeah.
Right.
I want to talk about Jin real fast. His brother has been gone for so long. How well do you think he stacks up with the performance you've seen? Even though it was basically a one rounder, a give and go situation, and for Pat Stay. So I mean, you can't take it super serious. But if there's something that you think if he wanted to come back again, in a different type of situation, how'd you feel about that?
I think it's like what he said. Pat said to him, he was like, "Don't forget that you're Jin." You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think if he keeps that in his mind, of course he can. He had a couple room shakers in there. You could see the rust. Just as a seasoned battle rapper, you could tell there's some things like, just I'm overcritical of myself. You know what I mean? So while I'm watching, I'm
Right.
like, oh, he could have delivered that a little different or whatever. But to be honest, I only got to do that after, because during I was just, yo, that's crazy. Jin is over here. You know what I mean?
Right,
But
right.
and he still, he had some bombs in there. When he talked to Diz and he was like, you were supposed to prepare for a crooked eye. Now you about to get
Now you
killed
about
by
to die by a
slanted one.
slanted one.
Oh my
That was
that
crazy,
was
bro.
crazy. Yeah.
And
No, he had some
he's still
shit in
got
there.
presence. He still has presence,
Yeah,
man. And
Presence.
to be honest, man, you could
for
talk
sure.
about the bars all you want, but there are a lot of elements that go into winning battles and commanding crowds. And
For
Jin
sure.
still has that star power when he walks in that could definitely help him and people in the crowd be more lenient to some of the rust that he has. But I'm sure he could get back and I thought Arcane did great versus Saga too.
Arcane was
Like
crazy
in
too.
Arcane, and
Yeah.
it's been such a long time since he went in. So I feel like all those guys could, get back in the ring if they really wanted to.
Yeah, I think Jin had charisma. His confidence was up and he was comfortable to be off the stage for, I think he said 17, 20 years, and to still, move around like that and not even be choppy for the most part. And, I thought he was dope. I think he should take a look into it.
See,
Right.
that's the
He must be
difference
coming back.
between like what like I always make a point to talk about the difference between like rappers who also battle rap and people that are just battle rappers, right?
Right.
Like people like Jin and Hollohan and all these people coming back and still being amazing. that shows that they're real rappers. You know what I mean? I feel
Right,
like
right.
nowadays there's a lot of people that are just battle rappers, and they don't know how to, like, you could tell from the way they're rapping. You know what I mean? Like
One,
yeah,
two, three,
you could just
four.
tell.
One, two, three,
Yeah, yeah,
four.
yeah. That's
Right,
it.
right,
Like
right,
they don't
right.
know how to like rap. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
when you're a rapper, it's always in you. You know what I mean? So like that's what I saw, seeing all these like classic legendary people come back and still have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was
Okay.
dope to see.
All right. Sick. It's basically 30 minutes. Let me ask you one last question.
Thank you.
If they were to do the battle rap Olympics and King of the Dot versus URL once every 2 years, who would Real Sick be facing from the King of the Dot side?
The the
Way.
the bat the battle people have been asking for forever. Me and Diz.
Ah!
I think it would be me and Diz. And that's crazy.
Ah!
I got to chop it up with him. Fun fact, he was an option for my 2-on-2 partner at a point to
Oh
battle Clips and
God.
DNA.
That would
That
have
shit
been
would have happened.
disgusting,
So like
dude.
in the beginning, it was me and Nitty versus Clips and DNA for like a week. That was locked in, but then Nitty couldn't get across the border. So as we're like trying to find new people, that idea was thrown around and it was brought to him. So that almost happened, but we mutually respect each other. Obviously, Diz is one of the greatest, and yeah, that would be an honor for me to battle somebody like him. You know what I mean?
Mike P. Who
Dude,
is
I think
Mike
it would,
P?
be the battle that everyone's, asking for. Me and Diz, you know what I'm saying? I feel
Dang,
like
disaster is the hot take at this point. It's Diz. Hey, everybody got a battle Diz.
thesaurus. All right,
Fire.
that is a bucket list battle of mine that I would battle thesaurus 100%. I think that would be an incredible battle.
Okay. Hey, listen, I ain't mad at these picks, man. I ain't mad at these picks. I like this. And
Yes,
URL, make
sir.
it happen.
I
King of
mean,
the
what do you
Dot, make it
think? What do you
happen.
think? What do you think, Jay Black? You tell us.
Mike P versus Diz. Mike P versus Diz are going for me, and for Real Sick, definitely Mike P. Pardon me, Real Sick versus Diz. But for Mike P though, on the King of the Dot side,
Matt Flex was like a perfect matchup, to be honest. Like
Oh
that
yeah.
battle was, yeah, that battle was crazy.
I'm mad
Yeah,
he
that was
kind of
insane.
ruined it in light work, right? You battle Strong.
Yeah. I beat him up a
That
little
would have been
bit.
a pick. I don't know who else off the top of my head, to be honest.
Ooh, Big K.
Is
Mm.
Big K
Big
is King
K.
of the Dot? He is that yeah, that counts.
Yeah, and
That counts.
I'm
That makes
undefeated
sense.
against white guys, so I'm down to keep putting this to the test. I'm down to keep putting it to the test, bro. It's actually crazy.
That'd be fire. That'd be fire. So URL, make it happen, man.
For sure.
That's crazy.
Last words for Pat Stay, if y'all could, before y'all dip out of here.
Um, Last words for Pat. Shit, I don't know how to say any last words. I mean, I'm gonna do my best to make sure I keep his memory alive. Um, any chance that I get. Um, my third round that I did in that 2-on-2
Beautiful.
is basically exactly how, you know, mine and Pat's interactions were, and he was definitely an influence on my battle rap style, and he always gave me advice, you know what I mean? And yeah, we gonna make sure that his memory stays alive. So shout out to him, and his family was all in there. His family and friends was all
Brother,
in there
yeah.
both days. Yeah,
Oof.
everybody was in there, enjoying it. It was just yeah, it was just a crazy time. So yeah, a long live Pat Stay.
Before I go to Mike Pete real fast, you said Pat Stay basically on stage and off stage give you the advice to not do the beat thing anymore. Is that done? Completely
Oh,
done? That's like I actually
you
like
said
that.
Mike. I thought you were talking.
I mean,
Yeah,
pardon me, real
uh,
sick. Pardon me, real sick.
My
yeah.
God, Black.
Y'all twins.
I
Y'all twins.
told you.
Y'all said y'all was
I told
twins.
you.
Y'all said y'all
Jekyll and
did
Hyde.
this. Y'all fucked it up.
Yeah.
Yo, Pat's material against me is some of my favorite material ever said to me. Hell yeah, that made me stop doing the beat shit, bro. Because I was like, the way he broke it down was hilarious, and it made me feel stupid. I'm over
Right,
here trying to
right.
be all, you know what I mean? Oh, let me try something creative. I can rap and do a beat at the same
Yeah.
time. And then he's tapping his feet, slapping his knee. And I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna do this shit anymore. I don't know, man. Well, I mean, you never know. We'll see. yeah, I don't know. But I'm just trying to elevate and add new shit to my style anyway. So maybe I'll do like a drill beat or something. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see. But yeah, I gotta get out of here, man. Salute to y'all, man. Thank you
Appreciate
for
you.
having me.
Appreciate you,
Salute to
Sig.
you, Mike. Good shit this weekend.
Of course,
And
man. Of course.
salute to the chat and everybody tuning in, man. Jersey.
Salute. Mike
Cheers.
P.
Yes,
Before
sir.
we do the let you leave for a second. I always wonder how people come up with bars and your first round and one of your haymakers is the dog trying to swim. And
Oh yeah,
dog
yeah.
trying to swim.
The only
Did
thing
that
I've been
really happen? Like, oh, this is a bar. Let me
Oh
rap.
yeah, yeah. I got my daughter on the couch. She's obsessed with dog videos, and I just saw just dog's arms just fucking kicking over the water, and I was like, that could be good. I'm really disappointed that nobody caught the Leonard Washington bar. I said you'd almost die over that role like Leonard Washington. You remember Leonard Washington, the Dave Chappelle skit with the World Series of Dice? Where they come in, they rob him, and he holds up a stack of money. He's like, "You want this role? You're gonna have to shoot me." And they almost killed him. Maybe it was a little too obscure, but or maybe it
Vaguely.
wasn't
I know
the
what you're talking
place
about, though.
for Dave Chappelle references. But yeah,
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 but if you could, I mean, to say last words, it sounds bad. So in
right.
your closing for Pat Stay.
Um, you know, I was blessed to be with Melissa on the car ride to day 2, and it was like a 40-minute car ride. She was with one of her girlfriends and some other person, and they shared a lot of stories. We talked about, we talked about Pat, but it was mostly just kind of like listening to her talk about Pat and all the ridiculous stories of how he was in real life. There's a lot of people that put on a front online. There's a lot of people that have a character who they want to be. Pat was exactly who he was online. Like, he really was that person. And he taught a lot of men how to be men. I looked up to him for a decade before I even, tried getting into battle rap. It was like a weird kind of like a relationship that I had with him before he knew who I was. And then I was lucky enough to kind of get to know him for the last few years of his life. Taught men how to be men. I'll love him forever. And same thing with Sikh, man. We will forever keep his name alive in any way that we could. Yeah.
Mike P, I appreciate you and I appreciate your performance. I
Always,
appreciate
brother.
y'all for putting in pain
Yes, sir.
for that event. That shows a lot of selflessness.
Yeah.
And I just love what y'all did, man. Again, I watched both days, was watching a lot the first day, tuned in the second day, was trying to live tweet the event so it can gain more awareness. So again, I thank y'all. I thank everybody in the car, especially you know what I mean, for what you've done for the culture. Thank you.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. And it wasn't even a thought, man. It was the absolute least that we could do. Absolute least. And it's just incredible to see the numbers that we put up, more value than anything I could have gotten for it.
Mike P, appreciate you, champ.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Yes, that's again, when we put this video on YouTube, all the proceeds is going to him. Whatever this video makes, I'll either donate pay-per-views for y'all to see on the VOD, whatever, or I'll just strictly take whatever this makes and put it in his GoFundMe. So please hit the like button, support this, share this around, and bring awareness to the event, because it was a good event, by the way. I understand everybody's being nice, but it was a good event. And they was battling. They was rapping up there. You know what I'm saying? Mike P wasn't playing with Mad Flex. Mad Flex wasn't playing, but you know what I'm saying? And the 2-on-2, glorious. That 2-on-2 was glorious. Third round from Charlie Clips and DNA, the first two from Lou and Real Sick. What? It was a great event. Dumbfounded versus Ron out. This was a good event. You hear me? Stop playing me. Like, how you have Howder, Don, and Sharon? That's a fire battle. That's the main event, obviously. But then in the third round, they bring out Jen and Ilmac. What? This is live, by the way. This is live. So shout out to Tata. Shout out to
Dang! Yeah.